slide release is ambidextrous on both sides. The safety is ambidextrous on both sides.
The Nintendo Zapper Ruger LCP, my Wolverine LCP2.
This is a variant of the gun that John Wick used in John Wick 1. He used a P30L, so it's a little bit longer.
But you can see the 38 Special along the top, and it looks like it did almost as much damage as the 38 Special, even though the bullet's only about half the size.
Shoot her! Yes! For science.
Oh! Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're back out on the range today with Gun Guru Ryan.
I'm Chris Redfield.
And Ryan has a Beretta knockoff, which I'm very interested in. You said it's called the Regard?
This is it's imported from Turkey. It's the EAA Girsan Regard MC.
It's a really long name.
Which is it's a Beretta 92 knockoff is what it is.
Yeah, it looks exactly like, I carried a 92FS for quite a while for those that watch this channel. It looks pretty much exactly like mine, other than it's got the Picatinny rail right here, which the regular Beretta doesn't have, which actually is a nice addition. And the grip on it is different. I actually like this grip better as well because it's got the finger grooves. Some people don't like the finger grooves. I actually do. So I would actually, just based on looks alone, I would take this over the regular Beretta. Now, how much does this one cost?
This I got on sale at Sportsman's for $350.
A regular Beretta runs about $7. So you're talking half the price.
But I will say I put a custom spring kit in it from M Carbo, and I can tell you, watching the video of somebody disassembling a 92, I used to have a 92 way back when, and working on this one, you can see where
they cut the corners.
They cut corners. I had another spring for this kit that I could not install because for the life of me I couldn't get one of the roll pins out. So, but on the regular Beretta, it's a solid pin.
Right.
So things like that.
So if you're talking about aftermarket modifications, that's probably where your
it does
price
still
differential goes.
It does still take Beretta 92 modifications. There aren't many differences. Now they do make a training upper for Beretta 92s that run 22 long, right? Yeah, long. And you can't pull none of those on here. It won't fit. Beretta specifically put a notch in the back so that the clones won't fit.
Nice.
So this is a double action, single action, which means you can fire it single action with the hammer back. With the spring.
Does the safety decock it just like in the regular Beretta?
Yes, it does.
Nice.
So it's got a safety decocker, and then when it's in single action, after the spring kit I put in it, it has a brake at about 2.5 pounds. From double action, 6, something like that.
It feels pretty heavy.
But
I think the double action in the regular Beretta runs somewhere around 10 to 11.
The brake on this was even worse than that before I put the spring kit in.
I put a spring kit in my Beretta that cut it down to about 7.5.
Yeah.
Which wasn't bad.
So the spring kit I put in this cut it by at least 30+%. Because when I brought it down here to the range the first time, I was like, wow, this trigger is awful. And so then I started messing with it.
That original double action trigger is... It's still a handful. I remember now why I got rid of my Beretta.
That's why I got rid of mine too.
That first shot, when you're carrying that gun, that first shot on that double action is really, really heavy. And you got to train pretty hard to get used to that because you go from double to single.
Yep. But anyway.
Does it hold 15 like the regular Beretta does?
No, it holds 18.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got aftermarket mags for mine that held 18. And
so,
when I was on duty, I had one that held 20. And then my 2 backup ones held 18 apiece. So that was a lot of frickin' ammo I was carrying around every single night. But that's one of the things I like about those guns is they carry a lot of bullets.
One might say 56 bullets. Anyhow, so I figure we give it a run and we see how we do. I will admit I'm still figuring this gun out. My accuracy is not what it is with my other guns.
Well, I didn't shoot very well with my Beretta either, which is one of the other reasons I got rid of it. I consider myself very, very average shooting the Beretta. I put a laser on mine, the one that went into the grip that was right here.
Yeah, Crimson Trace.
Yeah, and that improved my accuracy a lot. But when you're going down range, you're always looking for that laser rather than just sighting the gun down the target, which is kind of a catch-22.
Yeah.
When I did my annual refresher training for my armed security license, and I put the laser on there, I shot the lights out with it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the range, when you're talking about different distances and stuff, and you're sitting there looking around for that little red dot,
Yeah. You
made
shouldn't
it
have to
very,
be
very
looking for
difficult.
it. Okay, I'm going to run it. We'll see how we do.
All right.
Let's see if I can at least
Now, are you
hit it.
going from double to single, or are you just shooting single?
I'll go double first,
All right.
which means this is going to be an even worse shot. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice.
I think
That's
I'm
not bad.
figuring. I think I'm figuring out where it is. Yeah, each gun's a little bit different. After shooting Glocks and 1911s, I'm still trying to figure out where
Yeah.
the break
And
is on this.
for the record, even in single action, this is not shooting nearly as well as some of the 1911s that Ryan's brought out here. It just can't compare.
Nah.
So, I mean, when you're talking about the Beretta, and this is the main reason I got rid of it, you're talking about that heavy double action pull with the first shot. You're talking about very average shooting with all your follow-up shots. The front sight is fixed, so you can't even swap it out for night sights or anything. So, I mean,
But you
there's a
do
lot of
get-
drawbacks to this gun.
You
honestly.
do get to cosplay as Jill Valentine
Or Martin Riggs.
or Chris Redfield.
Or John McClane. Like, everybody
Or-
who's anybody in the
or-
90s used a Beretta.
Or
so,
or
I mean,
Keanu
there is
Reeves.
that.
Keanu Reeves in the original Matrix.
Well, then you need like 5 of them.
This was the it gun. I mean, when in Lethal Weapon they wanted to make a big deal that Riggs was carrying a semi-auto instead of a revolver, it was this
Yep.
gun. This was the it
That's
gun
why
in the
I
90s.
originally bought this gun. I went back to that line where he hands it to Murtaugh, and Murtaugh says 9mm Beretta, holds 15 in the mag, one in the pipe, one
Yeah.
wide ejection port, no feed jams. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the gun I'm going to start looking for.
Yeah, yeah.
And that ended up being my first gun. But there are better guns out there. But for $350,
That's on sale. They normally
Yeah.
run for about $4.
okay. But that's still a pretty darn good price for what you're getting.
Yep. I'm not as mad
But-
about turkey guns as other people
Yeah.
are.
For $400 though, I'd just as soon get the Glock 42. So anyway,
If those are your choices, I was
Yeah,
expanding my library.
I was never super awesome at shooting this gun. I actually sold the gun very early on in the YouTube channel, so I never actually took it to the range and got that on video. So this will actually be the first time I'm shooting a Beretta or a knockoff Beretta on camera. But I'm expecting to be very, very average.
We need to figure out what a Turkish accent sounds like so we can say Beretta like a Turk.
Oh,
Would help
out of
if you
rack.
chambered it.
So I'm going to shoot the first shot in double action because that's how I would have carried it when I was on duty. It's got a very nice, smooth pullback.
It does now.
So there is that.
Yeah. It does now. It didn't out of the box.
Yeah, that single action just can't compare to your 1911s. It's okay.
It's
at
okay.
best. Yeah. Glock is better.
You kissed it.
There we go. I don't think I'm going to be able to shoot good enough with this one to hit the far one.
You might.
I doubt it.
Well. Ha!
Oh, how about
Second
that?
shot.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. I believed in you. And you're empty.
Okay, well, I shot a little bit better than I thought I was gonna, but I do have a lot of experience firing this platform, but I was just never that good. That's actually one of my better outings with this kind of gun. But you gotta love these because they're just in so many great films. But for, you know, actual practical purposes, there are just better guns out there, in my opinion.
And I would agree with that. And if you're looking at getting a Beretta clone, there are really, I mean, there are several on the market. I would say the Girsan is probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, I agree. It is very nice. I couldn't tell the difference between that and my regular Beretta.
Some people like to go for the Taurus. I don't trust Taurus.
A lot of people don't.
Taurus is garbage, and whoever works at Taurus should feel bad about themselves on a personal level. But
I've actually never fired a Taurus, so I have no opinion one way or the other. I do know they are economy guns.
Is economy like French for crap? The scariest situation I had with the firearms with a Taurus that jammed. So anyway, one downside to this, some of the stuff that you can do with a 19 or a 92, you can't do with this. I don't think you can remove the front sight.
You can't in a regular one either.
Oh, you can't in a regular one either?
It's exactly the same.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was going to say, that was one thing I was a little disappointed about because I'm like, I can't get a fiber optic or something.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, yeah. But for anybody who is interested in a Beretta, who wants to pack a Beretta, that is a fantastic option because then you're paying way less money for basically the same platform. So
And,
if you really want to buy a Beretta, save yourself some money and get one of those.
I have a little flashlight rig that I put on the bottom, and this is a good little
And
apartment
you can't
defense
even
gun.
do that on a regular Beretta. I think they just came out with a 2022 model that's got the Picatinny rail on the bottom of it, but all the other ones before that, you couldn't put anything on the bottom of it.
They were trying to win a contract with the United States military. They lost to SIG, and we don't know why.
Yeah, we do.
Glock lost to SIG too.
That one, I don't know why.
Oh, there you go.
Glock needs to win.
I would say I feel
point.
like they should have gone with Colt too. Anyway, do the sign off.
Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Have a fantastic day.